Hey Swifties, remember 2020? It was a year that none of us will ever forget. A year filled with challenges, uncertainties, and a lot of staying at home. Yeah, not exactly the best year for a party, right? With all the concerts canceled and venues closed, it felt like the music world had come to a standstill. But guess who turned lemons into lemonade? Or should I say lockdown into legendary tunes? Our girl, Taylor Swift. While we were all figuring out how to cope, she was busy creating magic. Who knew that a global pandemic would inspire one of the most amazing albums ever? Folklore wasn't just an album, it was a beacon of hope and creativity in a dark time. I mean, most of us were just trying to bake sourdough bread that didn't resemble a brick. But Taylor? She was on a whole different level. She channeled her inner songwriting goddess and gifted us with folklore. Each song was like a story, a piece of art that resonated with so many of us. Talk about turning a negative into a masterpiece. And the best part? She did it all while the world was on pause, showing us that creativity knows no bounds. She did it all while the world was on pause. It was like she found a way to connect with us all, even when we were apart. It's like she found a secret portal to creativity that the rest of us didn't know about. Her music became a soundtrack for our quarantine lives, a reminder that even in tough times, beauty can be found. Now, Taylor is a collaborative queen. She thrives on the energy of working with others, constantly seeking new ideas and fresh perspectives. She loves bouncing ideas off her musical musketeers, always pushing the boundaries of creativity. But with lockdown in full effect, studio sessions were about as likely as a snowstorm in July. The pandemic brought the world to a standstill, and the music industry was no exception. Enter the magic of technology. With the help of modern tech, musicians found new ways to connect and create. Taylor and her longtime collaborator Jack Antonoff became Zoom experts overnight. They adapted quickly, turning their homes into virtual studios. They were sending voice memos back and forth like it was going out of style. Every ping of a new message was a spark of creativity. And can we talk about Aaron Dessner joining the party? His involvement added a whole new layer of depth to the collaboration. The National's very own rock star, collaborating remotely with Taylor Swift? It was a dream team coming together in the most unexpected way. Talk about a musical match made in, well, quarantine. Despite the physical distance, their synergy was palpable. Who needs a fancy studio when you've got laptops, talent, and a whole lot of creative energy? They turned their living rooms into hit-making hubs. They proved that even a pandemic can't stop the music. Their resilience and innovation kept the melodies flowing, showing the world that creativity knows no bounds. Next up, the album art. And it's not just any album art, it's something truly special and unique. We all know Taylor loves a good photo shoot. She's always been a master of creating stunning visuals that complement her music perfectly. But with lockdowns and social distancing, even she had to get creative. The usual high-end studios and professional teams were out of the question. Forget fancy studios and glam squads, this time, nature was her backdrop. She embraced the great outdoors like never before. Picture this: Taylor in the woods, rocking a flowy dress, looking like an ethereal forest goddess. It's a scene straight out of a fairy tale. No, seriously, she went full-on DIY for this one. She took the reins of her creative process, proving that limitations can spark incredible innovation. She even had a friend snap those iconic album cover photos in her backyard. Talk about resourceful. It just goes to show that you don't need a big budget to create something beautiful. She turned a pandemic limitation into a stunning visual aesthetic. The natural light, the greenery, it all added a magical touch to her work. I mean, who needs a Hollywood set when you've got Mother Nature working her magic? The result was not just an album, but a visual and auditory experience that felt both intimate and grand. Nightgowns, nostalgia, and nature's photo studio. And remember those dreamy, whimsical outfits she wore in the Cardigan music video? Well, get this, she basically online shopped her way to folklore fashion. No stylists, no fuss, just Taylor and her trusty internet connection. She even admitted to doing her own hair and makeup. It was like a throwback to her early days, just a girl, her guitar, and a whole lot of talent. But you know what? That DIY spirit just made the whole album even more authentic and personal. It was like she was inviting us into her world, pandemic and all. From isolation to Eras, tour back with a bang. After what felt like forever, the Queen returned to the stage. And let me tell you, the Eras Tour is not just a concert, it's an experience. It's like a musical journey through Taylor's entire career, from country princess to pop icon. And seeing her up there, belting out those hits, connecting with her fans, it was pure magic. You could feel the energy, the love, the years of pent-up excitement just exploding in every stadium. Talk about a comeback. Taylor Swift is back and she's better than ever. Swifties, assemble, the connection that conquered COVID. Now let's talk about the Swifties. They are some of the most dedicated, passionate fans in the world. And during the pandemic, they proved that nothing, not even a global crisis, could break their bond with Taylor. Remember the virtual listening parties, the fan art, the theories and Easter egg hunts? They created a whole online community to celebrate Taylor and her music. It's more than just music. It's a connection, a shared experience that transcends distance and difficult times. And that's pretty darn special. Stay tuned, Swifties! More tales from Tay-Tay's world. So, there you have it. The story of how Taylor Swift turned a pandemic into a masterpiece. From Zoom collaborations to DIY photo shoots, she proved that creativity can bloom even in the most unexpected circumstances. And who knows what amazing adventures she'll embark on next. One thing's for sure, with Taylor, it's always an exciting ride. Stay tuned, Swifties, and keep those fan theories coming. You never know what she'll do next.